Happy rising! I hope you're doing well today. I am just going to wait a little bit. I'm waiting for the girls to join. Just drop me a line and let me know if you're here. Showing a little shoulder today. While we're waiting, for those who are watching after, let me know if you're here. That I'm in the middle of rebranding my Facebook page, not my personal page, and not the Metaphysical Misfit closed group, but like I have an actual business page. How's my eyeliner look? Anyway. So if you have suggestions, what I'm doing is I'm working on rebranding so that it's more focused on the plant advocacy and wellness, including CBD oil and all of that jazz, and kratom and psilocybin and all of that. And I got to come up with another name. I mean, the loving life is okay, but it doesn't really, it's not really like indicative of what I do. And I think that's a big part of like this process. So if you have suggestions, Lacey, I'm so sorry that you're sick. Is it like a flare sick or is it like a cold sick? I think it's the moon. I always blame the planets. When all else fails, just blame the planets. Right? What did you think about the challenge yesterday? Were you able to find any money? I had a very interesting day. I had a very interesting day yesterday. I did find change, and I wrote it down as suggested. I found 3 quarters, 1 dime, and 4 pennies. With that, I will say I forgot that I was supposed to be looking for money. Oh, but you found a jar of change. That's awesome, Lacey. That's awesome. I got my bank card chewed up in the ATM, and it's not a big deal. It's just kind of one of those things that's like on top of everything else. And it worked out, and I didn't like overreact or anything like I normally, or not normally, like I've done in the past. I was like, okay, the universe is conspiring for my greater good. What could this be? Because I was at the checkout counter to buy some food, and I went to reach for my card, so I was like, at first I'm like, how the fuck is this for my greater good? I'm fucking hungry. And then I challenged my thinking to find thoughts that bring relief. And I thought, okay, well, maybe this is happening because I'm not supposed to be spending that money. It's meant for something else. And I called the bank, and even though it's not their policy to do so, they're going to FedEx me a new card, so hopefully it'll be showing up today. And I believe that was the outcome because I chose, instead of like creating a big, crisis over it, although Lacey, I had somewhat of a emotional release, and I've still been having it all day. It's been since the moon, really though, since the moon, a lot has come up, and there's been discomfort kind of due to like a lack of decision making. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting, that was my experience yesterday. And I'm grateful that I found, the change, and I saved it and all of that jazz. So, yay me. You can just take that change jar to the Coinstar at like your local grocery store or something. Makes it easier if it's full. Yeah, the moon, this one was we were being forewarned that it was a big moon, but I am normally more affected by the new moon than the full moon. And this time it got me. It got me. I've been gotten. So, without further ado, day 9 is all about affirming your money truths. I think it's just you and I today. Hey again, gorgeous soul. Did you find lots of money yesterday? How did finding unexpected money make you feel? Well, even though it was change, I felt like a sense of accomplishment because it was what I was trying to do was to find money. So when I would find it, I'd be like, oh, yay. I bet by now you're noticing that money is truly abundant and it appears in your life in the most incredible, unexpected, and expected ways. Remember the affirmation I gave you yesterday for finding money. If you don't, it was, money is all around me. I'm going to write this down. Money's all around me. I find money everywhere. It flows effortlessly into my life on a daily basis. I chant this all day, every day. Today, I want to give you many more money affirmations. The reason why I'm such a big fan of affirmations is because they're extremely useful in training your subconscious mind. Just like each limiting belief around money started as a single thought that repeated itself over and over and over again until it was absorbed by your subconscious like a sponge and manifested into money struggle. We have to work our affirmations in a similar fashion. I would change that to we want. It made me more aware of being more aware of the little stuff, not just the big money. Yeah, word. Like grateful for, sorry about that. My vehicle is that I was borrowing is in the shop. So we're listening to construction while we're doing our live. It's just how it is some days, right? The show must go on. So affirmations are used by starting a positive phrase that represents what it is that you want to manifest. It's highly recommended to back up each affirmation with as much emotion as possible. You want to feel them as absolute truth. Without this emotion, it sounds like any other statements that you could be saying to yourself. Saying them the first few times is kind of weird, not gonna lie here. It's kind of like saying I love you to yourself. Did you do that, Lacey? While saying them, my tummy hurts today, guys. While saying them out loud to yourself enough times, your subconscious mind begins to absorb them, and you start to feel as if it is already your current reality. You're just speaking your new truth out loud and watching the universe manifest each affirmation before your eyes. For today's money bait action, choose 3 affirmations that resonate with you most out of the options I give. Repeat them out loud to yourself as many times as needed until you feel the truth behind each one. I like to do my affirmations in the car where I know no one will hear me, or standing in Wonder Woman pose first thing in the morning as part of my morning ritual. Feel free to make up a few of your own that feel really good to you. And then here are her affirmations. Money comes my way quickly and easily. People love to give me money, pay me. I deserve to be highly paid for the work that I do. I am worthy of all the money that I receive. I love money. Money loves me. Money is attracted to me and finds its way into my life quickly and easily. I create new money, making opportunities on a daily basis. I am a magnet for money. Prosperity is drawn to me. Money comes to me in unexpected and expected ways. I am so worthy of making more money. I am open and ready to receive all of the wealth life offers me. I release all negative energy that I have tied to money. I use money to better my life and the lives of others. Wealth constantly flows into my life. My actions create constant prosperity. I'm aligned with the energy of abundance. My finances are improving at a rate beyond my wildest dreams. I like that one. Money is the root of joy and comfort. Ooh, that's one that I definitely want to say. Money and spirituality can coexist in harmony. Damn, that's another one. I am at peace with having a lot of money. I can handle massive success with grace. That's another good one. Money expands my life's opportunities and experiences. So those are examples. Sometimes some of these affirmations feel like total and complete bullshit. This is normal, especially when we're just starting out and opening ourselves to positive self-talk. Something that helped me when I first started was to add, I'm choosing to believe, or I'm in the process of believing that before each affirmation. Because if it doesn't feel true, then you're lying to yourself. So I add personally, although I feel this right now, I know that I am whatever, which will bring about a better experience or an experience, more pleasant or whatever. My clients, the ones that were very new to manifesting and built up some resistance, love these additions. These stepping stone affirmation additions will help you believe your affirmations faster than trying to push through any resistance you encounter. Keep in mind that affirmations are like working out and eating right when embarking on a weight loss journey. You won't see results overnight, but over time, the slight seeming invisible changes compound to make a huge difference. If you want to take your affirmation practice a step further, there are countless apps available that you can download and have affirmations pop up on your phone all day long. I probably have 15 programmed into my phone, and it's made a huge difference in my life. These have become my favorite phone notifications. With certain apps, you can either choose to set a time for a specific affirmation to go off or have them appear randomly in divine timing. If you don't find an app that you like, feel free to utilize the old-fashioned alarm system. Create alarms to go off on your phone throughout the day and name them with whichever affirmations you choose. Super easy to set up. So, Money Babe action. What are the 3 affirmations you choose to commit to and affirm your money truth with? Number 2, how do you feel the first time saying each of these statements? Number 3, spend the entire day repeating these 3 affirmations. Remember to back them up with a lot of emotion. How did you feel about them by the end of the day? And then she goes on and says, if you're still having a hard time believing them, try standing in Wonder Woman pose for 60 seconds before saying them again. You'll feel a physical shift happening in your body that will allow your confidence levels to shoot up and accept what you're saying as truth. Number 4 is, did you program any affirmations into your phone? If so, which ones did you program to go off and when? I'm not downloading an app. I'm just going to be honest. I have too many apps on my phone right now. I forgot yesterday because of being sick, but I will go do it after the video so I won't forget this time. Good deal. Dredging up the positive feelings for this challenge is going to be difficult. I'm going to have to pull out all the effort today. Okay, I want to point out that you're threatening yourself. with a negative consequence. You're already saying it's going to be a challenge, right? Or not this challenge, but you're saying it's going to be difficult, right? So like there, this is an example. Although I feel from where I'm at right now that it's going to be difficult, I'm also open to the divine guidance that will incorporate this with grace and ease. You know, like there will be just this subtle shift in your core. And maybe if that's not the thought that brings relief, you know, you can find one that does. This isn't saying you're doing anything wrong. Like you're not doing anything wrong. This is just kind of the work. And you are absolutely worth that effort. 100% worth that effort, you know? And that's something I struggle with too, is like it's like I'll put forth a lot of effort to help other people, and then I end up, you know, not, you know, I get the short end of the stick because like I wrote in the group today about resentments and stuff like that, you know, expecting other people to respond a certain way is what sets us up for the anger and resentment, you know, and overstepping our own boundary, which I think goes along with, Ross Rosenberg calls it self-love deficit disorder, which I think is a much better description of codependency than codependency. Because basically what it comes down to is you're putting other people before yourself, which is a lack of self-love, you know? So boundaries are a big part of that. And keeping up with my own boundaries is what I'm learning right now, you know? Yeah, I want to fix my negative mindset. I'm hoping it will be easy to release. Boom, girl. But like, do you see the difference? Like, if we go through life like that, being present and listening to the way our body is talking to us, like, not only do we get to feel good in our moments, but we're taking the steps that even if we're in an experience that we might necessarily not want, or perhaps we're in a moment of contrast, you know, we can at least have the peace and comfort of knowing that by the actions we're taking in each moment to keep our vibration higher, and that doesn't mean positivity, you know, be real, got to feel it to heal it, and then let it go, you know. We can have the comfort that of, although the moment right now is uncomfortable, I know I'm taking the steps now to create an experience, you know, that I really want to have. And I like to add in there for you know, exceed my expectations. You know, I want this or better, you know? Yeah, it's been heavy for a long time. It's been slowly changing, but trying to focus on it. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's a day-to-day thing. It's sometimes progress, not perfection, right? We're not really trying to keep up with anybody else other than ourselves. So, you know, it's a practice that we cultivate. It's like, you know, working a muscle. We're not going to just have muscles overnight. You know, I can't just go to the gym and have buns of steel, although I wish. You know, maybe if I want that enough, it'll happen. You know, we've got to put in the work, or we want to put in the work. And because we want the reward. So and especially in the beginning, like turning that gravy train around, you know, it's when we gain momentum for so long in this direction, you know, say negative, it's like it's got momentum, so it's like a train. It's got to slow down. You know, if we're creating our future experience all of the time, then there's a pause period. Some people will say they feel stagnant during this period. And for me, that period of time was a shift occurring. It was me slowing down my bus or my train and redirecting it. And just like a train, it starts out, slow, and then it will gain momentum in that direction. And it just becomes about like, realizing, it's like serious self-responsibility, because then what happens is when we're uncomfortable, we have to own the fact that it's us that did it, So, yeah, me too, man. Lots of forgiveness for self and, people and money, for decisions I've made. Lots of resentments towards like institutions. There's a lot that came up. So it's definitely something that I'm going to work on. The fifth step in recovery after you do the fourth step, which is basically the forgiveness exercise, is to tell somebody, even a stranger, to sit down and just to get it off your chest. I know some people that have gone and asked homeless people that they're not going to see again. Will you sit and listen to this? Or some people go to a priest. Some people go to a trusted friend. Usually in the program, people will go to their sponsor. So I don't know if she's going to bring that up in here because it's such a huge step just to even do it for ourselves. But I would challenge you to go just that much further and see what it does. So, and if you're not comfortable, if you're not there yet, then don't worry about it. It's just kind of one of those things if you get there. So that is day 9, and tomorrow's is shut your mind up. So that'll be interesting. And hopefully they'll be done doing construction. If not, we'll handle it, right? So yeah, I love you. Thanks for joining. I'm excited. Money is showing up for the fundraiser, so that's great. If you could share that fundraiser, that would be very much appreciated. Yeah, I love you, right? You matter. You're fucking awesome. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, especially yourself, right? All right. I'll see you tomorrow, honey. Bye.